You're watching the Eternal Tournament Series.
And we are back from outer space with our finals match between Ilunga and aReNGee. Again, with myself, Mark, aka Chibikawaii, and
Calimdir, mostly known as Gabe in the real world. Did it backwards this time. We're here.
Ooh, mixing it up. So yeah, I think we're just gonna jump right into the match. I know we've already addressed a little bit with the Mono Justice deck from Ilunga and versus the Felon Control list from a previous Felon Control list. Tony's Felon Control list a little bit different. Gabe, I don't know if you want to touch on that a little quick.
Yeah, so I think he was playing against Buckwheat. So we saw this matchup before. Ilunga versus Buckwheat, Felon Control versus Mono Justice, and Mono Justice came out ahead there. I think aReNGee's version might be a little less Lightning Storm heavy.
Yeah, seems like it.
But overall, there's very few changes. They're not that many cards apart. I think aReNGee's running Dark Return, which is the big spicy change.
Yeah. But there is still 3 Lightning Storms in aReNGee's.
Yeah, I think 3 is the normal amount. I think Buckwheat was on 4, which is a little heavy on Lightning Storms compared to most lists. But the game has started.
All right, so we're gonna see. How do you like this Vara's favor being just shot at the face?
I think he has to do it. I think he needs to draw power. He has to play this Bloodcaster.
That is true.
Be making power drops every turn.
That is. Yeah, I guess this enables him to turn 3 Bloodcaster, where else he would have to end up waiting till turn.
Yeah, It feels very bad when you draw an Annihilate and there's a Silverwing Familiar in front of you. But
yeah, I
still think he had to make the play.
Oof. There's the Stalwart Shield coming on, so now you have a 3/5 lifelink Aegis Endurance Flyer, just doing terrible things to you.
Yeah, I mean, so this is a battle of a very consistent in some ways deck and very inconsistent in other ways versus a deck that is inconsistent and consistent in opposite ways.
Yes.
So Mono Justice is going to always be able to play all his cards, but it doesn't always execute its game plan perfectly because it needs to get rolling and it can't lose tempo and it has to keep doing its thing and keep pressure. Whereas Felon Control can always do at any stage of the game, it can start doing things and it doesn't matter. And it's got a game plan for every point of the game, but it can't cast its cards as consistently, and that's the big issue here.
Yeah, and I think another way of kind of phrasing that too is Ilunga needs to cards in the correct order, because if they don't, if they don't, you have a lot of, sometimes you'll just have full of absolutely a ton of stuff to put on creatures, but nothing to actually do with them, or a kind of a hand like this where you have a lot of creatures that you can't actually that you're just smacking in for 1 a turn, right? Tony, though, not hitting his power for several turns in a row. Oh wow! All right, so that Hammer of the Mites, that's going to be pretty big.
Yeah, we're on 3 power versus 7 here, which is really highlighting the difference in amount of power drawn.
Yeah, so now this is interesting. I would have almost said to put the Hammer of Might on the RX entry, but I think the Hammer of Might going on to the Silverwing Familiar is a concession to Tony only playing 2 Permafrost in the main. The issue of the issue of being able to playing that and then not having a and then just immediately basically getting devalued from it is much less. All right, so yeah, Tony gonna have to scoop that up after not having any, not seeing any power and not having an answer to that 7/7 lifelink.
Yeah, I mean he just couldn't play that. He couldn't play those Death Strikes. They were just rotting in his hand. He needed to draw Annihilate or a second copy of Annihilate. I think he's running more than 1 copy.
Yes, he's got 3 copies of Annihilate. But I mean, and 3 copies of Death Strike and a power or an Annihilate would have been fantastic there.
Yeah.
One of the 2 Permafrost would have been perfectly fine, right? Because that Silverwing Familiar did not have the Aegis was already popped, and it did not have endurance. So Permafrost was live. Tony had a lot of outs. Just deck was not cooperating.
Also, a reason I like that game's over, but I like putting the hammer on the bird a lot more because you get in for damage probably that turn. Then if they draw an answer for it, you still are generating war cries.
Yes.
So that I kind of like that more. But anyways,
Okay.
game 2, we have a nice start, a 2-drop from Ilunga into a Hero of the People. And Tony G looks like he's going to be able to play cards this game. So it should be a match.
That is, however, Tony G dealing with a 4/4 right off the bat. That Lightning Strike says, I don't care. And the Annihilated Tony G is equally saying, bring it on. What you got, Lunga?
Yeah, Annihilate is very good against a monofaction deck.
I see. So here, I would have liked to have seen the hammer played. Just there's so
there's so few targets for it.
Yeah, and that's like guaranteed 4. You get to leave the hero back. Possibly you got a lot of because what you would have been at 5 power. He's got so many 2-drops that can at least give the hero of the people some like any sort of buff. Whereas now he's only getting 1 swing in with the hammer, where would have gotten 2 in the other way.
He would have gotten 1 in. He would have just played Steward last turn.
That's okay. That's true.
Yeah, I see where you're going with it, but I think ultimately all that would have happened is that Tony G would have gotten to play Steward a turn earlier.
That's fair. I guess like he'd still have a hero of the people though.
Yeah. Well, I think he was playing to his outs, which was Tony G not having answers.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just like saving the hero of the people. Maybe you give it Aegis, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I just think I don't know if he has enough time for that. I don't know if he has the space to really just sit around and do nothing for that many turns.
Yeah, Gabe, let me just rebut. All right, I don't agree.
Okay. All right. Fair point.
All right. So this Annihilate that's been sitting in Illumina for a while, gonna go ahead and take care of that district infantry being played. We're gonna see, we see that Rune Hammer in Ilunga's hand. Not gonna be doing much for the foreseeable future. Let's see what this Inspire gets.
A Justice Sigil, a solid draw here.
Oh, okay.
Now his Obelisk will be activated.
That is true. Obelisk is on, giving +2/+2 to the team. Ilunga not actually playing Obelisk. Don't mean to confuse chat.
Also doesn't have a team.
It's very, very, very true. Yet, I'm sure that you will be recruiting him shortly to whatever this Illuminati that you're establishing is. So we do see it. We see it 1v1 now.
1-1 across the board there. So this matchup, we talked about it a little while ago. Annihilate is very good in the matchup, but 1-for-1 removal is not great if Ilunga draws the Aegis units into the equipments or the oath books. That is how you beat shadow decks. That is how you beat Steward of the Past plus Annihilate, is you play Silverwing Familiar and make them have 2 answers, and they just can't interact.
Yeah, I agree completely. And so it looked like Ilunga flashed their sideboard plan up for a quick second. I don't think I saw the Crown Watch Paladins. I feel like I want the Crown Watch Paladin in this matchup.
Wait, does he have Crown Watch Paladin in there?
He's got 4 on the board.
Yeah, I don't think this is a matchup you don't want to run Crown Watch Paladin into Steward of the Past. Like, that seems very poor, right?
Yeah, but Steward of the Past is coming down on what, turn 4?
Turn 4, fair, but Bloodcaster comes down on turn 3. Like, I don't know. It definitely.
I guess I'm also thinking
fair.
Yeah, I'm also thinking here are the people, right? It's just another thing to trigger Aegis. It's another thing to potentially have to, and you also are running Finest Hour, right? So Finest Hour plus the Crown Watch Paladins are going to answer most of the units that you're going to be playing. I see upside to it.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more upside I see. So wow, we're 3 turns in, and this has been really awkward for Ilunga, not being able to make a play until Hero of the People, which immediately gets Varus favored. And Tony G's hand is very cold.
Yeah. And the 3 Permafrost plus an additional Varus favor on Tony's side, it's not looking ideal for Ilunga. Tony, though, is sitting very pretty.
It'd be really good right now? Stalwart Shield.
That would be. Would it be? I guess it would be.
I mean, it'd be fine.
Yeah. We got a vanilla 5/5. All right, vanilla 5/5. You got Stalwart Shield and got nothing against that. Well, actually, I guess it'd be able to chump, right? If you put
by
it on
itself.
If you put the Stalwart Shield on the Owlet, they'd be able to chump.
No, it'd be bigger. They could block. It wouldn't chump. It'd bounce.
Or block. Excuse me.
But anyways,
bounce. Yes. Sorry, wrong terminology. This Valkyrie Enforcer, big game though. Silencing the
Valkyrie Enforcer does a lot here.
However, still a 5/5 on the board, and that third permafrost doing work. So that was all 3 permafrost from Tony G's deck.
Yeah, and so we're once again seeing the Aegis list draw from Ilunga, and it's just getting 1-for-1 all day by Tony G's film control here. And
we're dead on board. All right, so this
to Vera's favor.
Yeah, so I imagine we're going to see the Enforcer come down, silence the Bloodcaster.
I think he's going to make another 3/3.
Okay, make another blocker. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Okay. I can get behind this. So we could see a Lightning Storm and then Vara's favor to stop one of the blockers. That also means that you can't attack this turn, though.
Yeah, it means you can't attack with the champion. You can attack with the Bloodcaster because you don't mind him trading.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I definitely agree. Ooh, are we going to see the Protect fired off? Yes, we are. All right.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, so if we get a Hammer of Might off the top, I think good things are... Actually, or I guess he already had the Gem Blade.
Second Protect is very good here.
All right, so yeah, we see Dark Return draw. Tony taking a quick check of his Void to see what, if anything, was in there.
This is 0 targets.
There are wow.
Seems pretty average.
Yeah, so that in case you missed it playing the home game, was a Protect, which is going to allow for the Aegis to be popped on the Silverwing Familiar, or alternatively was going to provide even more protection for this Champion of Cunning, which is active.
Vera's favor is another very average draw.
Yeah. Lightning Strike, no problem. Yeah, but this Champion of Cunning is going to do some good things pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, that vanilla 5/5 suddenly looks a lot more threatening.
Yeah. All right, and we see an Inspire, but it's just going to be another Justice Sigil. Ilunga again incentivized to play out the power that they draw just because they have Mantle of Justice in their deck.
But I think you can hold 1 power because you can only play Mantle of Justice and a power. But that's going to do it. He's not going to bother blocking.
Wow. All right. Nice. Could be a Seagull. Do you think I could pass as a Seagull?
Wait. Oh, a Seagull? Oh.
Don't worry about it. We'll move on.
Okay. No, I got it. Yeah, sure.
Come on, I'm making some Disney references. Pretty sure that's Disney, right?
Yeah. That's Finding Nemo.
Yeah, the original. I don't. Did they have the seagulls in the second one? The Finding Dory one?
I wouldn't know.
Can't remember.
But anyways, on to game 3. So it doesn't look like either player is going to change their sideboard at all.
Jumping right in, they're both confident. They're like, you know what? We have a handle on this opponent. I really like the Sabotages. I think Sabotage is another one of those cards that's criminally underplayed.
Sabotage is very good. It's just very awkward. The decks that want it aren't that good is the problem.
Sure. That's fair. I don't know. Duress seems great. But we do see it hitting but actually getting a Protect is not too shabby, right? I think
Are you
that's
talking about Vera's favor or
so the Sabotage. We saw the turn 1 Sabotage from Tony getting the Protect, which I actually think could be pretty relevant.
Yeah, it is. It's the closest you get to playing a Treachery.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So yeah, then we're gonna. All right, so very unfortunate series of cards. However, this RX entry is gonna do some work. Tony's gonna be able to pump it a couple times before this Harbinger comes down. Or excuse me, Ilungua is going to be able to pump it a few times before Tony is able to play the Harbinger. Second Harbinger, a little bit of an issue. These war cries.
Second Harbinger, yeah. But I think that this Oryx entry, if TonyG doesn't draw a removal for it or like a relevant unit, can very easily take over this game, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be getting a ton of value. He's going to be getting bigger. He's not going to be able to block it efficiently from TonyG's side.
Yep.
It's a real issue.
So it's going to be a 6/10 swing in next turn, Permafrost. So we do know that Tony has all 3 Permafrost. Those are all dead cards now. Ooh, all right. So that's a Finest Hour draw. That could lead to a sneaky win, assuming if how this damage kind of goes and how Tony decides to attack versus block. And then we see that Permafrost again, not doing anything thanks to the endurance. Yep. Wow.
The Finest Hour, I don't think the greatest draw here because it doesn't answer any of the cards that would answer the Oryx entry. But
I guess like next,
fine.
like if he wanted to, I don't know why he would double block. So never mind. My line of reasoning is premium. I would say.
Yeah, it's top quality. Also, that's it. Those war cries coming in right there. That is not a small Tinker Overseer.
No. Eileen's favor. I forget. Eileen's favor.
It doesn't.
Islands. That's what we were going with. Eileen's favor. Not going to be doing a lot. At least the Permafrost has found a home. Now, if any of those Stalwart shields pop up, things they get pretty scary. Right now, it does look like Tony's winning. I think Tony's winning.
Yeah, I think you're right.
However, with this Owlet, it gets. I think the math changes a little bit more, but
especially if you can Finest Hour and block and kill a Harbinger or something.
Exactly. Yeah, Tony's not drawing too hot, but again, Tony right now feeling pretty good. Basically, has he been paying attention for those pauses? Is a big question. Looks like he feels like it's not a Finest Hour. Ooh, let's see if okay. Yeah, it was like I feel like you have to kind of. Oh.
So I guess he'd rather.
So let's 11. So he can do 15 damage here. So maybe he's thinking on the next turn. So I think I actually attack. Well, I guess if he wants to lead back the flyer, so he blocks. He goes up to. Oh man, this annihilates. That's
very good.
That's very good.
Very good.
Very good. Now I think you're pressed into Ice Souring. Maybe not. Maybe okay. All right. We are going to see that. I was like, it could be just a lot of restraint, but yeah, this damage race is not in your favor. Oh,
I'm not really sure what you're waiting for with the Finest Hour. So yeah.
Now, yeah. Well, there's another 5/5 Owlet to kind of follow things up. This is oh wow. Okay. All right.
Yep, and that's where Sabotage is pretty bad. So 5/5 is actually
Enforcer.
Oh, whoa, that's just lethal.
Game. There we go. Yeah, drops him. No more flying blockers. 10 in the air. Tony's at 10 life. Are we at 2 and 2?
Yeah, we're at 2 and 2. We're going to game 5. We're going to game 5.
Couldn't ask for a better finals.
Mono Justice versus Found Control. Top of the ladder, really. Top of the meta, tier 1 decks. Going at it.
Yeah. Never. This is literally all I play against on ladder. Never played against anything else.
That was actually pretty interesting, though. Like, that is something that can happen to Found Control, right? Especially when you're blanking Permafrost a lot. When you're playing Mono Justice with 3 monuments, only 25 power, you're not likely to keep drawing power all game. And when you're getting those war cries in, when you're actually making your units relevant to draw every turn, you have a very real possibility of just drawing more gas in your opponent and killing them, which is exactly what happened there.
Yeah, it looks like Tony was considering sideboarding. I don't believe any changes were actually made. So both players again shipping with the same decks that they have been playing the past 2 rounds, past 2 games rather.
He might have been reconsidering those sabotages.
I don't know. I don't know. I think getting that protect was very good, right? Because like imagine that the protect was sitting in his hand, then that annihilate at the end of the game would have been like game
but
over.
Imagine if it was just more removal. But anyways, I don't think I think he probably has every single removal.
Yeah, I was like I don't know how much more removal he's bringing in. I guess Rain of Frogs you could theoretically bring in, but that seems not great.
That's worse.
All right, so I'm liking this hand from Alungwa.
I think it's good. I think it's good. So Alunga really needs to battle the card advantage of film control with Aegis units. That's how he gets through the wisdom of the elders and film bloodcast and stuff. Is by either just killing his opponent really fast or having Aegis units. And he can definitely kill his opponent pretty fast.
Yeah, but if you look, I mean, all right, so now with the Tinker Overseer coming down, the Lightning Storm wasn't actually that good. I understand why you're playing the Tinker Overseer, because you want to be able to get that value off of the Oath Book next turn when you're playing it. So we'll see if Tony, I agree with Tony's line of just going to fire this off. I think 1-for-1 is a reasonable expectation for that card. Now, do you play the 3-3 or do you play the 4-4?
That's a good question, but apparently you play the Oath Book.
All right. That's okay.
I think it's fair because there wasn't a silence target, and there are a lot of very silenceable targets in Tony G's deck. Although I think I would be tempted to actually just get the damage in, especially because I have a second silence in my hand.
Yeah, that's kind of what my thinking was, because like even if you go with the 3-3, are you worried about suffocate? No, there's no suffocates in the list. So you play the 3-3, get a 4-4 next turn because you can play Oath Book and you can play the so I don't know. Now here's a question: do you start attacking with a 3-3 Valkyrie Enforcer?
Takes quite a oh man, that's a really awkward draw. It takes quite a few turns before attacking with just the 5-5 is better. And it makes Annihilate a better draw for Tony. So I think you just get him for damage.
Okay. Yep. So right now he's on a 3-turn clock, assuming nothing changes.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh wait, well the Starward Shield. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I would have split
still a 3-turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely. Because also that allows you to play around Lightning Strike. So because we've only seen one, there are two other in the deck. That's kind of what I was meaning by attacking with the 3-3 in order to get it up to a 5-5, just to try to play around a little bit. But with that Starlight Shield, I definitely would have put that on the 3-3 as well.
But this is not an inconsequential amount of damage coming in from Tony G's side.
Yeah, like I also understand why Alungwa did that, is so he can actually block and remove things. But whereas if you put it on the 3-3, like the 4 damage doesn't actually do anything. Does Finest Hour just end it? It does.
Yes, it does. And that's it. Mono Justice. There we go.
GG,
guys. Tony G just did not have an answer for flyers. He drew all the ground units, couldn't get up to enough power to activate champion. He had like a pretty good bait there. He got in some extra damage through that Valkyrie Enforcer by making Alunga think he had Storm or something. But he had lethal. Alunga had it.
Excellent game. Congratulations to both players. I believe both of them are going to be moving on to the Invitational, should they so choose. It's a big thing. Obviously, Alungwa gets to say, you know what, I closed out the last weekly of set 1. Look at me, and I broke the meta. But you know, what can you what can you do? But yeah, seriously, congratulations to all the players today. Again, zero reason for anybody in chat to not jump into the tournament. The tournament is free, all right? You're not paying $50 to $100 to go play in a GP or an SCG, or I'm not quite sure Hearthstone's tournament structures or how much those cost to play in. But there's literally no reason not to play. Whether you're a beginner and you're just trying to get a little bit more tournament practice, you can consider these closer to your FNMs. It's just worth getting in there, getting your practice rounds. It's going to make you a better ranked player. It's just all around, and you get to start building friendships with all these people. It's good times. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just like to reiterate that the Eternal community is very good. We have a very good community when it comes to online games. Everyone in the Discord and for the most part, everyone in the Discord and the Reddit is very nice. And if you go in there asking for any help, someone's always there willing to help you. And these tournaments are a great way to experience the best of 3 format, which is really fun and a nice break from ladder.
I agree. Yeah, just only caveat I would say is just don't go asking Gabe anything. You're gonna get some really trolly responses. It's pretty toxic. It's pretty toxic. But I just wanted to put that warning out there. So put that emotional shield up.
Yeah, and congrats to all everyone. Thank you for everyone watching. Congrats to all the players who played. Congrats to everyone who top 8'd. Yep. And congrats to Tony G for making it to the Envy, and Ilunga for winning the taking first place in this weekly. And I think we're going to hand it off to our producer in just a moment to make some closing comments.
Is this thing on? Yeah, it looks like I'm broadcasting it. Hi everyone. This is Miller Tool, your producer. I never speak to you on this channel, so I hope this is working out for you. Just wanted to just wanted to congratulate Tony G and Ilunga. Oh my God, Ilunga on Mono Justice. Are you kidding me? I've been, if I'm honest, I've been tinkering around with Mono Justice just for funsies, and I never imagined it would win an Open. That's pretty incredible. I'd like to thank all the players and the viewers for participating today, specifically today on this glorious Set 2, a day after Set 2 release day. I'm so happy that you decided to watch us instead of Sir Rhino. I know that I wanted to watch Rhino, and I wanted to play today too. I want to as soon as the stream is over, I am going to hit the Eternal button and start brewing myself. So thank you for choosing to watch today instead of doing that. Please stay tuned and get hyped for Set 2 Open next week. That's right, Set 2 cards are going to be available next week. They're going to be legal, rather. They're going to be legal in the tournament next week. So start brewing. Guys, it's a new meta. We have no idea what it's going to look like, but I'm sure Stone Scar and Rakano won't be in there. Question mark. Special shout out to aReNGee. He was your tournament organizer. He was not. He is like sick as a dog to the point where he was not even in the back end voice channel because he was so sick. So thank you aReNGee for sticking it out and running the tournament today. He's probably not even listening to this. He's probably already gone to bed. Thanks to myself, because it's in the notes. We literally could not do this without me. Thanks to the $20 Patreon backers. Chuck Hurst, Easy, however you say that. Chris Kearns, Andrew Pakai, and Seek Power Gaming. Guys, I thank you so much for giving us $20 a month. You are literally funding the prize pool for the Invitational and for the biannual championships. Special shout out to This Name Was Still Taken. Not only was he our one and only sub for today, a $5 sub in Twitch, he also upped his Patreon to a $5 contributor, so he's now on the $5 contribution. You can see he's the newest name on the $5 supporter there on the credit page. So thank you very much for This Name Was Still Taken. Finally, thank you to Calimdir and Chibikawaii. These guys did a great job on their first cast together on the ETS stream. Thank you very much, guys. Calimdir, where can our viewers find you online?
I have a YouTube that should be youtube.com/Calimdir or something like that, and a Twitch that is the same handle, as well as a Twitter, none of which are particularly active, but I'm hoping to be more active in this coming season now that Set 2's out. And also, you can find me in the voice chat of many other streamers like Grizzly Boy, I Read Minds, sometimes our friend right here, Mark, Chibikawaii.
Awesome. So, Mark, what about you? What are you doing? Where can we find you online?
So yeah, I tend to. I'm trying to stream every day. I can't always say that. You find me under and yeah, we definitely have Gabe, aka Calimdir. He joins us a lot for some Battleground streams. I think we were talking briefly. You might try to get it to actually do some Eternal streams, but stuff that you can expect on my stream would be heavy results oriented grinding until we hit Masters. So that really only lasts about 2 to 4 days into the season, and then after that, we like to tank the rank, as we say. See how far down we can go in Masters by playing just the most fun decks that we can do. So yeah, please stop by. Any and all are welcome. Try to be as helpful as possible in those streams.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much again, casters. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please enjoy the music on the way out. And please stop by again at noon Eastern 1 week from today for Set 2 Tournament, the brand new meta. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get the deck list. So I'm excited for that. I hope you are too. All right, guys, it's been fun. Take care. Bye-bye.